Okay, encounter with the victim. Can't wait. What kind of new bullshit you guys are gonna say?
Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and heaved a sigh of relief when the Jesus showed him mug.
Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it.
For an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter.
Wow.
I pulled me gun on him, and then he legged it through that door into the back room.
We had nothing to do with killing him. That's what happened, I swear.
That's kind of sassy.
So, you're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop.
Well, yes. Sorry.
Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
But honest, Governor, it is time.
This time, Nash, this time, we ain't got nothing more to hide. Very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for.
This will be the day we waited for.
Sorry. What a throwback. Okay, skipping a little bit. You say you had nothing to do with it?
Nothing at all.
Nothing, Gov, nothing. The old geezer went and shot himself in the back room, didn't he?
Locked it was. From the inside.
We know it was, 'cause we tried to open it.
But it's a decent door, that one. Good and strong. Wouldn't budge an inch.
So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. The sole person who could have possibly shot the victim. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade.
It would appear so. What do you say to that, Counsel?
I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could have possibly have shot Mr. Windibank? There could have been. Especially if we're going by height. There is someone. Mr. Skulkin.
Hey, what?
What's that look for?
From the moment you admitted that you'd encountered the victim face to face that night. The course of this trial changed completely.
It did?
What is your point, my learned friend? The question we must answer is who could have shot Mr. Windibank? And it is the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all. You have my attention. In that case, let us return to this plan of the premises. The victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So, pray, what are the possible answers to the question of who shot the man could there be?
Counsel, you must now provide answers to the court in respect of two conundrums.
Two, my lord. Twice as many chances to be right, maybe?
Indeed, namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time?
Understood, my lord.
Are you alright, Bruno?
I'm not entirely sure, but there's one thing I'm sure about. If I can't prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely. So now, time for some clarity. Show the court on this plan the answers to the question posed by his lordship. If you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where that person could have fired the gun. This is a hard one, because there's no... I would probably fail this fucking section.
The defense believes that the culprits could have shot the victim from this location here,
behind the counter. And in answer to the second question, assuming the culprits fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time? Inside the storeroom. Yeah, his back was facing, like, away from the door. I forgot what the word for door was.
The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom.
Continue.
Mr. Windibank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back. Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired? So, you are adamant that the shot was fired from the outside of the storeroom?
Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony... Apostrophe S fucks me up every time, I'm sorry.
I put me gun on him, and then he legged it through that door into the back room.
If Mr. Windibank ran through the door, we have to assume that the door was open at the time, and also he was running to the door, which means his back would have been facing them.
Uh-oh.
It was at the precise moment when the victim was fleeing for his life that these brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom.
I didn't have enough air.
Ah! Whoa!
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial?
What did he say? Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Poor man, shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Of course, he would have been leaning forward as he was running away. Yeah. So, even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would still have entered his body on an upward trajectory.
So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Windibank.
Objection!
I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room. Do you also claim that his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock?
But what if someone else locked the door? Yes, there's someone else who could have locked the storeroom door.
Is that so?
Very well then, counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. In the scenario I've just described, the defense's assertion is now that the victim was shot from outside the storeroom. In which case, who shot and locked the storeroom door from the inside?
Gina Lestrade! Duh! What is this line of questioning? Duh! Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Objection!
That's absurd! You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room. For what possible reason? Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck.
I'm inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel?
Yes, that's a tricky one, that is, isn't it?
Half-baked notions have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please.
But of course Ginny would have locked the door. It almost goes without saying, doesn't it?
It does?
Well, if I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two bagglers had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they?
Oh, yes, obviously. Before the two brothers arrived, Mr. Strahd and Mr. Windibank were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at the time, but at some point, Mr. Windibank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom.
Intruders, eh? That's us, bruv.
If your theory is correct, that will leave the accused alone in the storeroom. Yes, it would. Then, probably, only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Bang. That is... If I was playing a game and I was wearing headphones, that would have fucking made me jump. Hitting the back by the bullet, Mr. Windibank fell into the floor where he was. And then we have to ask ourselves now, what would have the defendant have done in that moment?
I see where you're going with this.
Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Windibank. As soon as that thought struck Miss Lestrade, she slammed the door shut and locked it, in order to save her own life. Listen, hold it. That was Nash's voice? Not gonna lie, you kind of sound like Gregson. Like a younger Gregson.
But I mean, we ain't the ones who done it.
We ain't. You go believe us. I mean, come on. We never shoot no one.
Bitch, you shot Mr. Shaw. That's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. Because before my own eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes. There is only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to have been the true perpetrators of Mr. Windibank's murder. You could at least,
Where does this leave us?
You mean to say it wasn't the pickpockets who shot the pawnbroker after all?
I should have known it was these brothers. They look as shady as a dense forest.
That was amazing, Runa! All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now.
I know. First time ever, and probably the last.
Well, I think you've done it. Surely they'll have to give a verdict if not.
An admirable effort, my learned friend. What's this now? He's laughing.
You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zieks? I myself find the defense's argument most persuasive.
I don't know why I read that pervasive. Dyslexia going. I dare say. Oh no, what is that word? Chicanery? Chicanery? Give me a moment. Who would have thought? It's actually chicanery. That's amazing. It sounds like a name. Chicanery. Sorry. Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation. You tend to liken me to like a performer. So like, and you did laugh at me. So does that make me like a good performer? A good entertainer then? I don't know why you choose to. I'm pretty sure you haven't seen any Eastern entertainers, but I guess that's your way of being classist to me. And also racist. But okay. But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than inexcusable pettifoggery here. What? The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly, credibly, cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw. A fatal flaw? Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your own logic's failing?
I say, Lord Van Zieks, Might be an idea to explain this bully conjuring trick or whichever to the troops on the ground.
The fatal flaw in my learned friend's argument is really very simple, to no end. Smash. Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets.
By George, count bullets!
Oh dear. He noticed then.
Huh? What's everyone talking about? Counsel.
Yes, sir.
Tell the court, how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime?
2.
Correct. The first, that which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. And the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, on his arrival to the scene.
Indeed. The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by the second bullet earlier in the proceedings.
The one lodged in the calendar?
Yeah. The bullet which injured Mr. Sholmes appears to have passed through his body to strike the calendar.
Your lordship's understanding is correct. Furthermore, we know that there are 2 firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Windibank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver.
I got a burp coming on!
I beg your pardon, but honestly, Van Zeeks, with all the disrespect in the world, you deserve that. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each.
Yes, it does. A single bullet from each.
Now then, my learned friend. You yourself told the court only moments ago that these 2 brothers shot Mr. Sherlock Holmes right before your eyes.
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness! I think you'll find that if a single bullet was fired from the brother's gun hit Mr. Sholmes, it means Windibank was not shot by same gun. Stop! Only 1 bullet. Stop!
Exactly. Yes. The Nispan... You know what, Van Zeeks? I don't even care anymore that I'm fucking up your line. As much as I wish my voice was better so that your voice could be better. You kind of deserve my flubs. You stupid racist man. Yes, this Nipponese street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny. Renosuke, I swear to God, if you're gonna do another what? I don't know how to do the
Order!
Oh my God, Vanzix, no! Ah! He flinged the bottle again and someone screamed because they got hit on the head. Pray, forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery.
No, Van Zeeks.
But this court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as a juvenile. No, that person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. The truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question with loathsome intent. As we can see beyond doubt in this print, which depicts her threatening the victim with a murder weapon. And I have here in my possession one more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present. That disc.
I'll be taking whatever it is of Mr. McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. No, don't! Don't give it to him! He's mine, that is! Mine! I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to Mr. McGilded has to be taken in for evidence now.
Yes, that music box disc. McGilded's music box disc. The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Windibank, the accused attempt to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add, but by brute force and brazen impudence.
Good gracious!
Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would stoop, would not blah, 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 blah.
I was doing so well so far, and then, oh no.
There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed. No crime she would not commit. The court forgets that fact at its peril.
I see. I think it would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence. Go on. As a grim testament to...
Oh, hold it, said Gregson.
Lord Van Zeeks,
Inspector Gregson? What? Yes, Inspector.
We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and I think it was agreed that disc wouldn't be used as evidence.
Van Zeek's like, but what if I want to? What's this about? Why is the inspector acting so strangely? Yeah, this is like the most animated Gregson has ever been. That's the first time he'd said anything to Van Zeeks at all. See? Yeah. I am unaware of such meeting.
But those were the instructions. Right from the top, the government bigwigs were insistent.
Inspector, I am the prosecutor, and I alone determine how to present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you. The prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord.
Indeed, bailiff.
See, this is why I have such like a lot. I'm ping ponging between simping for Van Zeeks and strangling Van Zeeks, cause like, what do you can't. He has like likable parts, but also if only you weren't a raging fucking racist. Excuse me. The prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and baseness of her character. Sorry, baseness? What does it say? Motive, opportunity. Yeah, baseness of character. What the fuck does that mean? She's not based? Is that what you're saying? There's nothing more to add. Dramatic ass bow. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case. I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes.
Oh dear, it wasn't even for 5 minutes, Runa.
Yeah, it's only like 2 minutes. My lord. Who said my lord? Hang on, we're gonna continue in the next recording, because this is kind of running a little... Where were we at? 101, okay.